Hello. So today will be video instructions for the use of the Gemini Titan 2. So they will be split into the equivalent of the workshop categories, sections of the instructions, so that you can easily find them. If the timestamps don't work on the videos, I will have them timestamped in this description. So first step is spawning. So make your way over to this pad on my monkey brain launch site, or the equivalent that I will put in the future, and open the add-on editor, load the mission, and then test location. Give it a second or two. They will immediately load in, and you'll see it's already doing stuff on its own. So first thing you'll do is you'll make your way upstairs, up, and you make your way just right here, squish in between, and here you have the lights. Egress is on by default. These are some lights and spotlights that are used to light up the pad, like the minimum lighting basically, for you to get on the pad and do some stuff. Just always have it on, I recommend. Then you have spots. These are additional spotlights that will light up the rocket and some other components. I recommend it, but it's not mandatory. Full. This additionally lights up this tower. You can't see it very well. No, you can. I only recommend that. It's useless. I only recommend that for cinematic shots and such. Otherwise, turn it off. It'll just do. It shouldn't harm performance, but if you have a lower end computer, it probably might a bit. Infrastructure minimum. These are some lights at the top of that building. Recommend them. They're not mandatory, but you know they can be nice. And then you have infrastructure. These will light up every single floor. Like if you see one light here, this will light up every single floor here. I don't recommend them unless it's for cinematic shots again. Then next thing you'll do is, well, you have two elevators, one here and one here. For full crew, I recommend you get in this one, take the elevator up, get through the gap, and I'll skip ahead. There we go, we're at the top. So open both gates and make your way up to the left. There you go. Then into the access prep room. There will be a bit of pressure equalization, that is normal. Close it. Key lights, recommended for all the lighting. If you have any equipment, I recommend you take it off already, unless it's a spacesuit. Make yourself into the other room, you will get a bit of pressure again. Put on the spacesuit and then you can take some equipment. Always good to take a first aid kit. Maybe glow sticks. These are for testing, don't even know these. Mandatory to have a spacesuit or play damage off, otherwise you will be dead. As simple as that. Make yourself your way over to the spacecraft. And now we can open these doors and get on to the spacecraft preparation section. So get in here, enter the seat, close the doors. First step is to turn on the breaker. The breaker is right here by your head. That's on. And then avionics. I like putting full lights for launch, to press them single time. So press once, that's full light. Second time is dim red lights, ideal for water landings. And then third time, turn them off. Sorry. Check your pressure. Stage 1 propellant should be at 100. Stage 2 should be oscillating between 108, 109 ideally, and 112. So that's fine. That's within the boundaries. And now, now we will check the encoder and the slash decoder. It's that panel here. It's used to send signals to the Geno for like docking, turn in lights on, acquisition lights, and so on. But I've repurposed it for now for the pad. So all you do is you have your target here. Press it twice, that will get you to 20. And press that 4 times, that'll get you to 24. Then if you look at these white panels, they're aligned with the red ones. I took at their state, they will retract away. Step 1. Next, I will cycle once again to get to 25. And oops, yeah. And then toggle their state. That will make the tower retract away. And while you do that, ideally, you know, I like waiting until it gets to the end, you know, just to be sure. But honestly, like, even from my, as long as you just clear like the ground section, you'll be fine there. There shouldn't be any dangers. So pad's completely cleared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take stage 1 arm cut off. And 5-second roll. Let me check that. Yeah, there you go. So water deluge comes on, and then engine ignition. And a few seconds later, then you really start to lift off. Right, so for that moment, nothing needs to be done. I will then skip over to the next separation. Alright, so we're coming just very close to the separation. So at 19, you will get separation. That will turn to 0, and then this will start falling, I mean. There we go. Successful separation. Speed will start increasing. If separation does not go well, I recommend you stage 2 arm, you flip it on. That will override it to on, force the engine on, and separate it if it hasn't. And then meet your next milestone. Alright, so we're nearing the 40 kilometers. So around 30 you should have seen the moon start to happen. And now you notice our instruments went blank. That's due to the sensors not working because we're now officially in space. So what you'll do is you'll switch the astronomy unit. Now you'll get your altimeter back, and then you'll get a calculated speed. So every it only resets every second because the speed is being calculated, unless instead of being a direct sensor. That's it for that milestone. Fuel should still go down. You will notice it goes very, very far down before it cuts off around 0.06. So we're coming up onto the just about onto the 120 kilometers, and you can already see that our speed's been dropping quite a lot. And oh yeah, we're not that close to the main country as you probably believe. But also, you know, the engine seems to be struggling a bit. So what we're going to do, we prepare for that. And honestly, I recommend you get into the passenger seat for it. It's you stage 1 arm cut off. Turn on service module rotation lock. RCS main. Then stage 2 arm cut off. Full staging, and then fire the service module for a bit. For, you know, it'll rotate you a bit, but it'll try to clear it a bit. Okay, that's it. And now we can get on to RCS Maneuvers if you want to do that. Well, I'm going to get into this seat. Get a remote. I have mine here already. It's pretty used up. Rotation lock is off. I'm going to RCS main enable, and you know, I'm going to turn lights on for that. And enable it. Check that it's on red. That's a lot of turning actually. Let's see if we can rotate. And if I just I think there you go. You see, I'm slowly getting control again. Overshot. That's in normal mode. Then you have burst mode, pulse mode. Where just tapping will do a simple tap. And I honestly I prefer continuous mode. So let's go up a bit. There you go, look good. See, that looks nice. That's about it. Yeah, if you want to do translation, that means like moving forwards, like and to the side instead of rotating. Then that would you'd have to disable main, enable auxiliary, and press 1 on your remote. And it's gonna be hard to see because it happens here, but I'm not going to. Oh yeah, and every time you tab out, it will disable it. That's why. So that's it here. RCS Maneuvers done. Once you're done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on Reentry Module rotation lock. RCS aux enable. And switching over to the other seat without falling out of the spacecraft. Yes. Let me close that door actually if I can. Right, where's it? No. There we go. And going to double tap service module jettison. Boom. Oh, it's gone. Not a problem anymore. And now if you look, we're just about here. So if I notice if I fire the rockets that way, which I will, we will be propelled towards land. So I'm gonna go right ahead and do that. I did just move the spacecraft a bit. And I'm going to go, should move a bit. Oh, unless we're facing the wrong way. Oh, well that's unfortunate. That's not a problem anyways. There we go, we're burnt out with propellant. Once we were done with it, rotation lock off. And double jettison. There we go, I did that. I did quite high, 85 kilometers. Ideally you'd do it a bit later, but it doesn't matter that much. And with that done, we did the re-entry bit. I forgot to announce it. I apologize. And I will skip ahead to re-entry. So now we're back in the atmosphere. First thing you should have done is disabled astronomy unit as soon as we went below 40,000. I didn't do it to save time on this video. And look, we're approaching 2,000 meters. So now what I recommend you do is discard the nose cone. There we go. And between 1,500 and 750, I recommend you fire to shoot. That'll slow you down to good, let's check the value. 13 or so, well 14 meters per second. So, as I was saying, if you don't trust it, well firstly, if you want to land in water, dim the lights to red or to none. If you don't trust it, this is retake, that's why it's a bit different. If you don't trust it, open your doors, get rid of your spacesuits, and then you'll notice that if you stand here, you have your personal parachute. Both of you do, just under, and you can always bail out. You know, if the landing spot's not ideal, or you feel like it's gonna break or something. You know, you're going to land in a volcano or something crazy, and you can bail out, and plus you'll have a slightly as you can see, you'll have a slightly smoother landing than the spacecraft will, but it shouldn't break apart in pieces. Yeah, it clips a bit. That's Stormworks. And that's it on the instructions. If you have any questions, ask here or in the workshop description, and I'll do my best to answer it.